What's up, y'all? My name is TwixDog, and I'm here in the Overwatch 2 beta to give you guys some tips on how to play Junkrat in the new 5v5 playstyle and play the absolute best J-Silly that you can. So for starters, let's talk about Junkrat's spam playstyle. For the most part, I've noticed this playstyle is a lot weaker than it used to be, even with the one less tank. A lot more tanks have the ability to just straight up eat damage, and it either buffs them or just doesn't hurt them at all. So like Orisa, she can now eat projectiles, but it's not like she's losing resources. It doesn't make her lose shield health or anything. She just gets to eat projectiles now. D.Va's defense matrix is now 3 seconds. Doomfist just straight up eats damage and then it empowers him. Sigma still gets to eat damage and gain shields. So spam playstyle is just not going to be as good in my opinion. You also have one less enemy player on the field, so it's going to be a lot harder for you to build that ult charge when their splash damage isn't going to be hitting as many people. So what playstyle do I think fits Junkrat the best right now? I personally think it's the solo carry, get into the backline, get a couple picks, and try to stay alive. Now the best way you're going to be able to do that is by saving as many resources as you can per kill. And to do that, you gotta know all of your breakpoints. You gotta know the best way to kill a hero without using too many resources and either being able to get another kill or get out alive. So we're just gonna start with the lowest HP threshold. Baby D.Va and Tracer, 150 HP. What is the best way to kill these heroes without using too many resources? If you can get in close to them, shot in melee. It will one-shot them, guaranteed. It's fast enough that even with heals being pumped into them, they're gonna die from it. You have to make sure you don't melee first, though, because if you melee first, there's a delay before you can hit that primary fire, which gives them a chance to get healed. And if they get healed and you miss that, and that primary fire doesn't one-shot them, Tracer is most likely going to be able to blink out a recall. Baby D.Va might have her mech ready or might just get enough peel that you're going to die anyways. So you have to be careful that your melee goes last in this combo. And look at that. I used 1 ammo and no concussion mines, no traps, just an ammo and a melee. Which means I still have 2 concussion mines to either confirm a second kill or to get out or even get another cheeky kill and still get out. So I've saved a lot of resources on this 150 HP target, and I can either get more kills or get out alive. So now let's take a look at 200 HP targets. Obviously 200 HP targets don't die to a shot in a melee. You need 3 melees with a shot to be able to kill a 300 HP target. That takes too long. They're gonna get healed, they're gonna be able to use mobility, they're gonna be able to do something that lets them get out alive. So you want to be able to just pump more damage into them faster. 2 shots, it's okay, but it's also really inconsistent and a lot slower than this next thing, which a lot of you probably know that I'm about to show you. Shot and concussion mine. This was tested in Overwatch 1. I don't remember if this was before or after Junkrat's primary fire nerf, but if you do this fast enough, it can kill through Transcendence, which is huge. Like, you don't need nano like Genji's nano blade. Like, you literally just get right up in their face and do that in super fast succession, and they should die through trans. Again, like I said, I think this might have been tested before his primary fire got nerfed by 10 damage, so it might not still be true, but it should be. So that, again, just a primary fire and a nade. You still have 4 primary fires, your trap, and another concussion mine to either confirm more kills or get out alive, which is what you want to do. You want to confirm kills and or get out alive. So now let's go up to the next HP threshold, which I believe is 200. It might be 225 with Symmetra, but Symmetra dies to the one-shot combo anyways. I don't remember if her HP got changed or not. For 250 HP heroes, we have people like Reaper and Mei. Like I was talking about before, his primary fire got nerfed, which means a nade and a concussion mine will not one-shot them. You have to get some other form of damage in here. Remember, we're talking about fast one-shots here so that they can't escape, they can't get heals, and you confirm the kills with the least amount of resources as possible. So you want to throw a melee into that. And remember, like I said, with the Tracer and the Baby D.Va, that melee has to be last, because if you do it first, say I threw out my concussion mine. If I melee, you know what? Never mind. Apparently, you can actually detonate a concussion mine while you're meleeing. I didn't know that. But if you melee and then try to throw your concussion mine, there's a delay. Same thing with your primary fire. If you melee and then try to primary fire, there's a delay. But if you primary fire and melee, instantaneous. That's because I did the melee second. Same thing with the concussion mine. If I can time it, if I can press my buttons, there's almost zero. There is a delay when you do the melee first. If you just do the concussion mine and melee, almost zero delay. So in this entire combo, you're gonna want to do your melee last. The combo is primary fire, concussion mine, and melee. But you're gonna want to do that in super fast succession. So this is what it's gonna look like, and then I'm gonna break it down for you in just a second. See, that Reaper was full health, died to the one-shot combo, but that's because that one-shot combo included a melee. So this is gonna require a lot of keybinds, so I would suggest moving your melee key off of V and onto something like your side mouse button, or, yeah, I don't really know. I've always used a side mouse button. If your mouse doesn't have side buttons, just do whatever feels comfortable for you. I personally don't like V. It just feels really out of the way, and having to take my thumb off of spacebar feels unnatural. So you're going to start off with the primary fire, then you're going to throw your concussion mine, detonate your concussion mine, and then melee. So the keys are pretty much all pressed at the same time, but if you want to know how the combo goes, it's left click, left shift, right click, melee. And then all of that really fast again, looks like this. But they're one shot, you still have a concussion mine, you still have 4 ammo, and you still have your trap. Now when it comes to higher HP targets like Bastion and certain tanks and stuff like that, there's not any one-shot combo. For this, just know how many resources it takes to kill them so that you don't waste anything once they've already died. So for Bastion, it's either 3 primary fires or 2 primary fires and a concussion mine or something along those lines. I don't believe he has any certain... Yeah, even with a trap, it still takes either 2 primary fires and a concussion mine or 3 primary fires. And then I think he still has damage reduction in his tank form. And if he does, then it's going to take even more shots. So just remember that. For tanks, because there's only one tank, a lot of tanks' health got buffed. So like if we just go here into the spawn room real quick, we look at D.Va. She's now got 650. Doomfist, of course, coming from DPS, is now 450. Orisa has 500. Reinhardt has 650, so on and so on. These tanks are just much tankier. They're going to take a lot more shots to kill than they used to. I think they all got at least, yeah, they all got at least a 50 health buff.
Together, we are strong.
So you have to remember, tanks are going to take a lot more shots to kill, but you still want to know those break points. So like for a D.Va, I actually haven't tested this. Yeah, so we're about to find out. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. D.Va takes literally all of your resources. She takes all 5 of your shots, plus either 2 concussion mines, or another shot in a concussion mine, or 2 more shots after you reload. And because this is a kind of guide on how to one-shot, you don't want to have to wait for the reload, so I would try and mix those concussion mines into your combo. So like maybe like 2 shots concussion mine, and then more shots, and then 1 shot the baby. One thing I don't see a lot of people do, surprisingly, is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 and 7. You can actually, I mistimed it there, but you can actually kill the baby D.Va before she leaves her mech. So let's see if I can do this properly this time. The timing is pretty tight. Notice there, all I used was a melee and a primary fire, and I killed the baby D.Va before she left her mech. If you want to stagger the baby D.Va, that usually only happens in scrims. People in competitive play are really bad about staggering D.Va. That's going to be a huge way to finish her off quickly before she gets a chance to escape and get her mech back. So that's pretty much all the general like playstyle, hero, breakpoint tips. Just try to use the least amount of resources as possible, get those kills as quickly as possible, and get out alive if you can, or get more kills and faster respawn times than they get on you. So if you're gonna die in their backline, try to get at least 2 kills and try to make it on slow heroes so that you can get back to the fight faster than they can. For another general tip, always spawn kill. Like, the amount of times, especially in like the plat level Overwatch, the amount of times that I see Junkrats not spawn kill, it genuinely like hurts my heart. Like, it's free all charge. You're pretty much guaranteed not to die, especially if you know your spam angles, and sometimes it confirms a free pick too, which is literally just 10 seconds off the clock for the enemy team. If you get a kill at the start of the match, boom, 10 seconds off the clock. I know it might not sound like much, but 10 seconds is enough time for a wrecking ball to get back to spawn. And having a wrecking ball stall out the point, especially when he has 700 HP and has an increased range on adaptive shields, that's gonna be rough. Whereas if you would have spawn killed and gotten that extra 10 seconds off, now you prevented that wrecking ball from touching because they had 10 seconds less on the clock, and you win the game. I don't know why Junkrats don't spawn kill, but please, if you play Junkrat and you're on defense, please spawn kill. Just do it. There's no downside to spawn killing. Unless of course they have Zarya, and then they might eat your nades, or like Doomfist might charge up his punch. But even then, like, a lot of times the spawn doors are like a decent walk from spawn, so Zarya is probably going to be down to like 20 or 30 charge anyways, and Doomfist punch isn't going to be able to get that much value. I think that's all the tips I have for you guys right now. Sorry if it kind of seemed all over the place. I didn't really have a script or anything for this. I was just kind of spitballing, you know, like giving everything I knew. Like, I didn't even know D.Va's threshold for how many shots and stuff it took. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something from this. If you guys want to see more Overwatch 2 tips and tricks and stuff like that, let me know. I would love to do more. They might not be as in-depth because Junkrat is my main hero. I've got like over 1,000 hours on this guy, and I don't have anywhere near that many hours on anyone else. But if you guys want it, I'd be happy to make it. So let me know, and I'll see you guys next video. Thanks for watching.